Hello. Just picked up this cool game from the shop. This is Unmatched, Battle of Legends Vol2, designed by Rob Duval from Restoration Games. This is a cool game system. There's a lot of these boxes, and each of them contains these sort of random selection of legendary or superheroes or just mythical or literary characters. And it's got some miniatures and a deck of cards for each, and a map. And then you pick one and you fight the other one. So it's just a head-to-head battle game. It's quite asymmetrical, so even the rules are quite simple. But each character has their own unique deck of cards, with a fairly large percentage of unique, um, I suppose, individual mechanics in those cards. So the, some cards they all have are the same. So they all have like a skirmish card. But most of the cards that they have are unique to that character and sort of define how that one works. And this is the first physical set I've had. I've played this game a bit online with the mobile app, and I found it to be actually pretty fun. So I thought, I might as well see what the physical game is like. A big part of it, of course, this is Restoration Games, so they tend to have pretty high quality games. Their mission statement, I guess, is to take old, beloved games that are maybe out of print or don't have the best mechanics, and sort of retool them so that they work well. In sort of, they can keep up with the more modern games. So it's 2 to 4 players, and these sets you can buy them with 4 characters, 2 characters, 3 characters, or even just one. All you need to play is 2 characters, and they usually come with a map. So there's the instruction book, very cool. These are their life dials. Each of them has actually different amounts of health, and you can see that Achilles has a sidekick, Patroclus. I don't know how it's pronounced. Most of the other ones have sidekicks as well, but their sidekicks have like a single health point. So and here's the game board that is double sided. So there's looks like a ancient Greek side, and something like a dreamy. I guess they both kind of have looks like sort of Greek architecture. So they're the same thing on both sides, but different layout. And here are the game pieces. So this is cool. These are the sidekicks. So that's a nice plastic. Oh, what am I doing? Can you see that? How much of that could you see before? Sometimes I can't really tell where the camera is looking, but then I was showing this before, the different health levels for the spin dials, and you take those apart and put them together. So one of them is Monkey. So here's the guy, and these have been sun dropped, the minis. So really nice quality minis, and they've been dipped, so they have kind of like a shading, which accentuates the details of the character. They come with their own little clip-on thing, and see, Monkey there has his little sidekicks. I'm not sure what they are, but they're cool little plastic monkey guys. I think there's about 3 of them there. And then this is Achilles' sidekick. And here's Achilles. And they're pretty good quality minis. The sun dropping is nice as well. And it's not a big deal if you want to paint these. The sun dropping doesn't alter the paintability of each of these characters. And this is Bloody Mary. Whoa, she's super scary. And like a big part of the game is thematically, all these characters are fairly different. Oops. The different sets that they have a set that's they have several sets that are Marvel comic characters. So those ones come in 3 packs with like Spider-Man, She-Hulk, Doctor Strange, Black Panther, Winter Soldier, all those characters. They have two of these base sets that have just random mythological characters like King Arthur or Sinbad. Then they have a couple 2-pack sets like Robin Hood versus Bigfoot. They also have a couple more of the 4-pack sets. So but they're themed. So there's one that's called Blood and Fog, which is based on that sort of 18th century IP. Like you've got Sherlock Holmes and Dracula. What was the other one? The Invisible Man. And these are matte finish cards. So here's Bloody Mary's deck of cards. And so this is what you use to play the game. When you play the game, you have a choice. You can either move and draw a card, or you can play a card. And you've got 2 actions, so you can do that twice, or one of each. And see, that's like an attack card. It has an attack value of 1, and then some text that allows you to do a bit more of an action. Very cool. So that's Bloody Mary cards. It's a very easy game to sort of, and there's the little pegs for the characters. Sorry, the health dials. These cards are always hard to open. Sometimes they have like a really easy to find little tab, and you can just peel them right open. Sometimes that tab is just so tricky to get your hands on. There it is. So this is Achilles' set. So again, nice match. And so that's just a basic like that card tells you, like Achilles has melee attacks. His health is 18. His sidekick has a health of 6 melee attacks, and they all have a range of movement and some sort of special ability. So when Patroclus is defeated, discard 2 random cards. While Patroclus is defeated, add +2 to the value of all Achilles attacks. If Achilles wins combat, draw 1 card. And on this side, it tells you what you can do. You can do 2 actions. You can maneuver, scheme, or attack. So but basically, that's moving or playing a card. And when you move, you get to discard or you can discard a card to one of your cards to increase your movement, and you draw a card as well. Now, something to be very careful about in this game is when you run out of cards, you actually start taking damage if you ever have to draw a card. So you want to manage your deck. You want to have lots of cards in your hand so that you can effectively fight against your opponents. And see, some cards can only be played by the sidekick. Some cards can only be played by the main character, and some cards can be played by either or. But if you run out of cards, then you're just going to lose the game. And you have a maximum hand size, so it's good to get lots of cards in your hand. But if you get too many cards in your hand, when you get to the end of the round, you're going to have to discard a bunch of them, and that's no good. Let's take a look here. So this character is called Yenega, and she has archers. So she's an archer, and she has some sidekick archers. And there's her starting card. And see, their range, that means they can actually hit anyone in their zone. So if you look at this game board, it's divided up into zones. So you can move along these lines, but also you notice there's colors. So if you're here, if you have a ranged attack, you can hit anything that's got green or that sort of brick pattern. So all the way to there. If you're here, you can only hit things that have that dark green. Blue is the same. And there you can see all of her cards. And lots of really nice artwork and just very clear, simple mechanics for the game. Each card tells you what it does. And the idea is you get that card in your hand, and you can then, what's the word? you get a hand of cards and you kind of want to strategize around how you're going to use those cards. And sometimes you might want to wait for a particular card to come up, but you have to be careful. If you are you going to engage with the opponents, or are you going to try and build up your hand? So this is that monkey god Su Wong Kong, who has some clones. So these guys are his clones. That's cool. And he's melee. And there's his cards again. So again, very distinctive. Each one has their own style. Like, some of these guys are very hands-on, very brute force driven. They're going to want to press forward and just pound your enemies into submission. And some of them you're going to want to hang back and do strategic sort of distance attacks and sap your enemy's strength and remove their cards. So that's it. That's Unmatched Battle of Legends Volume 2. I'm pretty excited to play this game. If you like this video, please like, subscribe, hit the little bell button to be notified when I upload a video. And if you got any suggestions or just want to tell me I've done a great job, comments you can do below. If there's something you'd like to see me to look closer at, you can always do that. And, pretty soon we'll probably be doing a review of this game on our podcast at hotgamemagnet.com. We've got about 130 plus board game reviews on there, so it's worth checking out. Thanks again, and until next time, have a lovely day.